Hey guys, it's Eddie from What the Pop, and today I want to give you all a little bit of a first-hand look about my current signed pop collection. Now, some of you may do this, some of you may not do this, but I go to a Comic Con, if I happen to see a voice actor, an actor, or someone that I know for a fact I have a little bit of a strong connection with, since I've been, of course, throughout the time, where it could have been from TV shows, movies, animes, and so on and so forth. I usually would try to get them to have something of a memorabilia for them to be signed. It could be a pop. And other times they don't have a pop by the time they come out. Like for instance, when I first met Alpha, the pop was not out, so I was a little bit sad. And then like a month afterwards, they announced that Alpha was gonna get a pop, and I was just like, well, so much of that. But that does mean that you can do not have a way for you to go ahead and get different pops. So this is just, like I said, a little bit of briefing. So let's start with one of my most recent ones. It's a wrestler who right now is still having a little bit difficult time to get a little bit of a push, but it's Bailey. So let me tell you actually an interesting story about this one. The last convention I went to out of town was at the WizardCon over there in Austin, Texas. At the time when we were getting there, we got there like a little bit late. It was like an hour late, so on and so forth. It was not that much. When we got there, she was still had the times for her to go buy the tickets. So at the time I wasn't planning to get her autograph, but then later on, like, me and one of my close friends decided to go ahead and get the autograph, and we're like, all right, fine, let's do it. So we ended up doing it. We waited in line, we got the autograph, we got the ticket to go get it signed. Right when we ended up getting and we were about to get in line, she's already gone. Even though there was like around 10-20 minutes for her to still sign some pops, to sign signatures as a whole, we felt like, well, we were like, well, there goes our money. We went to go and ask if we can kindly, politely ask if we can get a refund, which we're about to. They were kind of enough, and we were like, okay, well, it's understandable. She just left. She left because she had to take a couple of photo shoots, which is understandable, and like I don't mind. And if there was not that big of a line, I see why she went early. So later on, it was a gentleman who was here overcoming our conversation. And he's like, hey, give me some time. Let me see if I can work things out. Shortly enough, he did. And it was a little bit in between of a hallway where they would split the autograph signings and the actual photo shoots. So they would come in between where they cannot be disturbed. He told us to politely meet them there. And so that way, by the time they can go ahead and do it. It was like around 10-20 minutes. During that time, I was trying to find this pop. Because at the time when we were waiting, they allowed us to get some of this. I didn't get her to sign this recent because I was hoping I can get a pop. And oddly enough, I was able to get a pop. So now this is one of the few pop. This is the only wrestling one I have signed. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would get more later on if I can find a pop or two to see him. If not, I'll just get something else signed. But if not, well, at least I have a wrestler. And out of all of these, I only have one Star Wars pop signed, which is odd enough because I am a really big Star Wars fan. But the reason is just that they haven't come out on time, or sometimes they get sick and they can't feel like doing it, or because they're putting production when it comes to the newest movies, so it's understandable. But I'm happy about this one because some of you may have, but you growing up not with the originals, you came up with, you grew up with not the original trilogy, which is 4, 5, 6, but basically the starter trilogy, episode 1, 2, 3. I fell in love with one particular character, especially when it comes to the animated series of the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and that happened to be General Grievous. So he was the last autograph I got before I took a year off when it comes to Comic Cons, and I'm pretty happy about it. And the best part was that he even says that, hey, look, I'm the voice actor, and he even put like right there saying like a quote from him, and it says, "Crushed him." I was happy about this. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up with General Grievous. I was basically in love with the character as a whole, and I'm happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the pops I wanted to say. I'm happy about it, and now the pop actually got up in value. When I bought it, it was like $20. $20 because the guy didn't really like General Grievous, and I was like, I don't care. I'm willing to take it. I got paid for that, and I paid for the autograph. And then after that, next is gonna be the two biggest collections I have, which is the signed Dragon Ball and the signed Power Rangers. So let's start with the closest one, and it's the original Trunks. So this one, I got this one signed along with Goku and Vegeta and a Bulma, which I'll show later on in a bit. And they were all four in one Comic-Con, and I was really in. Like, I knew I would have to go get an autograph from them. I was not gonna walk out like not have an autograph from them. When I met Trunks, I asked him if he can put a particular quote that he liked the most while he was voice acting Trunks. He couldn't think of anything out of the bat, and I was like, "Hey, so what's one thing you wanted to always say?" And the front, oddly enough, he just said, "No." I really don't know why but I was like, I just thought it was cool. I thought it was hilarious. And then which one was it? I went to Corpus Christi, Texas, which I met Cell, Tien, Frieza, Boo, and Hercule. Hercule and Tien Tien at the time didn't have a pop when I ended up doing it, so he signed Dragon Balls that are right there in the very top. So the Hercule. But I did have a particular pop for Boo. A lot of people would be happy to just get the regular one. No, I'm happy because I got the chocolate one. And the best part about it was that he loves chocolate now to the point where he says thank you to chocolate. And I'm happy. So he's basically living up to what the character would have said in real life. I was happy about it. I was just excited to see a bunch of people that I've grown up watching for years and everything. And I met the original Frieza, not the current Frieza, but I met the original Frieza from like the original Dragon Ball Z saga. And the best part, she didn't put that much, but I'm happy. At least she said thank you for being a fan. I'm actually happy about this. And some of you were asking why I would prefer these type of pop protectors. Autograph. It's just mainly to protect the autograph than anything else. It's basically all these that I have signed are basically treasures to me. I consider them as like novelties to the point where I'm not gonna sell them. I don't plan to, nor I'm willing to go ahead and sell them. And the next one, during that Comic-Con as well, I also met the voice actor for Cell. I'm happy about it because he actually signed it right here, and then in the very top, he signed it again saying, Cell loves you. Which is odd because I don't know why, but just hearing that Cell loves you makes me think of the abridged series that Team 4-Star does. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to meet them one day. Probably later on in life. Don't know. See what happens. And now I have currently the highest value pop that I have, which is $100, which is not a lot for some people. But I'm happy about it because when I was getting pops, I only got the original Vegeta and Goku. But I got rid of those because I got these. So the first one I got was the metallic, and that's the GameStop exclusive Vegeta. The only thing I just don't like about this pop is that the fact that he didn't really put that it was to me. So like this has some value for resale, but like I said, I don't plan to resell them. And the best part is he even put a quote where I think it was just because of the movie reference, which he says, "Don't even think about coming back alive again." And I was like, yeah, that's probably a reference to the movie. And I was like, I don't mind. It's a reference. A reference is a reference. And suppose that I'm happy about it. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy every last bit of it. I guess I'll take out something that I'm still debating about. So I did meet Bulma. Unfortunately, they had the Dragon Ball Bulma, not the Dragon Ball Z Bulma or the Dragon Ball Super Bulma. But I did happen to end up just getting this just because I love Bulma. I was like, it's just characters that I grew up with Dragon Ball as a whole. Majority of the times I end up coming with them. And now she's coming back again, but this time to my hometown. And I'm thinking about really either to go get this back half of it signed from her, or I'm getting her the Bulma Pop, but more likely, I'm pretty confident I'm going to get more the Bulma Pop. I love this one more as an end, so that way when, I don't know, once I end up everything properly set up, and I have the actual display cases for like either Dragon Ball, Power Rangers, Star Wars, and all that, I would rather put this like a little bit as like a token of just memory than anything else. And finally, of course, you cannot have a Dragon Ball collection without one of the main guys himself, and that, of course, the main icon of Dragon Ball as all. And of course, it's the Super Saiyan God, the Hot Topic exclusive Goku. And funny enough about this is that when I asked him to go ahead and make a sign for me, instead of usually in the move, it's called Kamehameha. And here he actually says says Kamehameha, and then randomly right here in the top right corner says hi. But when I met him, he was just he is basically Goku in real life. He's chill as it can be. He has no issues. he is the calmest person I have met ever in my entire life. Like damn, I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy about it. Next, I'm gonna start with my Power Rangers collection because this is, like I said, one of the biggest ones that I currently have with me at the moment. So, some of you may know, not every single Power Ranger still alive. Some of them are either... I know the original Trixie passed away, so that I had to take into account. And I don't like every single Power Ranger squad, so... But I did grow up with the original. So, if you watch the original series, you knew that there are 2 Red Rangers, 2 Yellow Rangers, and 2 Black Rangers. And oddly enough, I was able to meet both of them in the span of half a year. Yeah, I was able to meet them both half a year. So one of them is the original Zack, and then one of the original Zack and Matt and Adam's right here in the very bottom. Of course, they didn't specialize it, so it can be important for me. But oddly enough, Zack also signed it here on top. Again, I didn't notice this till like a couple days after I went to the Comic-Con, and I just thought, neat. Something different, something to make it a little bit more special for me. I don't know. Like, there's still, like, all these pops are basically important to me. I don't see any of these, like, I'm willing to 100% give away or to just get rid of them. Let's see. Which one else should I take out to show you all? Let's see. Okay. I guess might as well. I don't have the original Yellow Ranger, which I'm actually a little bit saddened about. But I do have the GameStop exclusive, which is a little bit more shiny. And of course, I'm happy about it because when she came, it was actually her birthday during the time of the Comic-Con. So everyone was wishing her happy birthday and they got her balloons and everything. And I'm happy at least I met her during the time of her birthday. So now basically I'm the only 2 people that I have yet to meet is the other Pink Ranger. Because I already met Amy Jo Johnson, but I have a comic of it signed. So I haven't gotten an actual her to sign the Pink Ranger, so that's one. And I haven't met the Blue Ranger yet, even though he's pretty common to come to Texas every once in a while, especially here in the southern side. And I just haven't gotten the chance to meet him, honestly. There's times where he comes and it's just the wrong time and the wrong moment for him to meet him. Now, this 2, they're the same Ranger. They're not the most expensive pops that I've gotten, but I actually do like about them. When I went to Corpus, the original Red Ranger, Austin St. John, I got him to sign both of these. So this is the basically the regular common Power Ranger when I had this one before, and then like a couple months later beforehand, they actually came out with the FYE, which is the Dragon Shield, and I was like, I need to get this. I grew up watching Power Rangers as a whole, and I'm gonna end up coming out buying these no matter what. And finally, of course, some of you already know this, but JDF, I met him in the WizardCon and also in Austin where I met Bailey. And, of course, I got him to sign these 2. And the best part was that I think his autograph was $50, but you could take a picture of him with an extra $10, so like $60. You basically got a photograph, and then these 2, I'm just like, of course I have the photo, but I'm probably gonna say I'm probably gonna save that photo probably print it like later on. I haven't done it recently because of time constraints, and mainly I just keep forgetting. I'm not gonna lie. I've taken, I think JDF is the only one who I've taken an autograph with. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just like, could have been worse. I don't know. The case of the heart prop protectors from one of my pops is falling out. There we go. And some of you may know, some of you may not know, but there is a Comic-Con that's coming here within 2 weeks and 2 days. Well, it's 2 weeks and 1 day, but we're going in on a Sunday. And since Vegeta, which I already have an autograph of, and I don't have another pop to sign unless somehow odds are he is going to be bringing pops. I don't know which pops he's going to bring. I hope he brings the Majin Vegeta, and hopefully he saves something for Sunday. So that way I can get that one signed. And even then, I'll probably get that one signed. Or if not, I'll also get this one signed. And this is one of the few that I really would like him to sign, since he's basically the voice actor. But other stuff that I have besides the autograph of Amy Jo Johnson, I do have the autograph of Sordon. So of course Sordon has yet to get a pop, which is surprising to me the most than anything else. We already got Lord Zed, we already got Rita, but we haven't gotten everyone. We haven't gotten everyone else. I also met the Hardy Boys when I was over there while I was in Austin. Basically grew up with them. Just anyone who grew up with that, with the what was it, the 90s, like the 90s, the not the religious aggression era, but you know which era I'm talking about, the era where I don't remember. It was the era where basically Triple H, The Rock, and Austin were basically the main headers for WWE. And finally, like I said, I don't have that one signed by Alpha, sadly enough, but I did get the first original script of them signed. So I believe this was the last one when she had it with her when I was out there. And I just got it signed, and I'm just like, yeah. So basically, this is exactly the first episode of the first extra Power Rangers. So I'm happy about it. Just basically a little more so I have that. I do plan to get more pop signed. Like I said, I do have All Might that will be getting signed pretty soon. I don't know about be going other Comic Cons. I know my girl wants to go. Well, I would like to take my girl to San Japan. I haven't gone to San Japan before, but we'll see what happens. Well, alright guys, what other pops do you all have signed? Go ahead and just leave a comment in the bottom of the description below to see which ones you all want to get signed or you already have signed. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.